This week on Whiskey Movie Club, we're drinking Basil Hayden's Kentucky Bourbon and talking Zombieland Double Tap. All right, so before we jump into Zombieland Double Tap, let's pour ourselves some Basil Hayden's Kentucky Bourbon. I've never had it. You've never had this before,
Never
either,
had
right?
it. Hadn't heard of it before today.
It's kind of a cool presentation. It's got this little wrap. It's like a toga with a little metal thingy, but I wonder how much money I have to charge you to do this shit, though.
Versus just getting a regular sticker label that's slapped on the bottle.
And you know what? Plastic. Big
not your
against.
favorite.
No. But you know what? Let's see how it sounds. It's tight. It's a tight fit.
Ooh, there you go. Yeah, that was real snug.
It's because it's not real cork, but
There you go.
I was legit, I know I was making like a constipated poop face when I was pulling that thing out.
I was about to ask if you needed help.
I really thought I was just going to throw the bottle against the wall and we'd have to redo the intro. Yeah. Welcome to Whiskey Movie Club. We're drinking water.
Something different than what do we have?
Oh, this is fucking strong. I mean, strong by the nose, the smell.
But I like it.
Yeah,
As always, how does it taste, though?
This is true. So far, +1 for beautiful packaging, -1 for your shitty fucking cork top thing. Time to pour.
Yeah.
So, I like the way it sounds. There we go. You tell me when, Travis.
That's good.
All right.
Again, I like the smell.
It goes on really hard.
It's a real tight cork fit.
All right. So, I don't know why I switched it around like some fucking wine douchebag.
And there's probably some reason to, I'm sure.
Smoother than I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was going to have a bit more of a bite to it.
Yeah, because that alcohol, as you get it to your nose, it hits you, but then it gets in your mouth and
it goes down real smooth. Yeah. Good. I wouldn't say the most complex flavor profile that we've had before, but very, very smooth going.
It's very
a good
like
sip
Irish
and drink. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy this. This is kind of tasty.
Thumbs up.
Basil Hayden, Mr. Basil Hayden, or Mrs.
Mrs. Could
Miss. Well done for the price point. I like it. This is good. All right, so let's jump into Zombieland Double Tap, a sequel 10 years after the original. When
was the last time you had watched the original?
Before I rewatched it to see
this one.
Shit, a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back before the Me Too movement, so all the jokes in there weren't offensive.
Okay.
Yeah. That movie in some ways it came out about the same time as Tropic Thunder.
Okay, yeah.
And neither of those both. I love both those movies, but humor only 10 years later doesn't hold up quite as.
We've come a long way in the last handful of years.
Yeah. No, I'm not. So. I mean, the whole
there's been some setbacks.
Sure. Yes. But I don't think it got in the way. Woody Harrelson's character is who he is. He's, we all have family members somewhere in that neighborhood. So, what'd you think of it?
Overall, I thought it was okay. I thought it kind of suffered from sequelitis a little bit. All the emotional growth the characters went through in the first movies kind of stepped back a little bit to kind of revert the characters back to their base forms. So,
and we'll get into in a little bit the details
more,
without spoilers.
Overall, it was fun. I think I just enjoyed the first one more so.
Well, it's kind of tough because the first one was so original.
Yeah.
The editing style is kind of similar to Edgar Wright, but kind of kicked up a different, way. The writing was really funny. The way they broke the fourth wall. It was a very fresh take on Zombieland or on zombie movies. It's kind of hard to do that again.
Yeah.
Without losing the style too. Personally, I really liked it. I think this movie jumped the shark.
Oh, sure.
Twice. Really jumped the shark twice. But it was really funny. It had that same style as the first one that I loved. The breaking the fourth wall, the narration, that was really fun. The new characters were fun.
Yeah.
You know what? I laughed my ass off I thought it's a really funny movie, despite it again suffering from sequelitis. Is that what you call it? Yeah. I enjoyed it. I don't love it, but
I had a good time, but I don't see myself kind of rewatching this one with the same excitement as rewatching the original one from time to time. And even the original one, like I kind of think back on it fondly and not something that I go, I haven't watched this in a while. I'm going to definitely put it on and watch it right now. So.
Well, I think it's one of those movies too that it's like Tommy Boy for me, to where like I watch it now and I love it because I loved it when I was 13.
Yeah.
But if I were to watch it fresh as an adult, I don't think I'd like it very much.
Yeah, maybe that's just what's going on.
Granted, Zombieland is a much better movie than Tommy Boy.
I haven't watched Tommy Boy in a real long time. And when I have, I don't think I've put on like my critical thinking like hat on this one too much. I just kind of let it be its thing.
I mean, it's funny. But Zombieland, the first one, super original, super well done. This one, less original. I still think it's well done, except the absurd writing. I don't want to jump into spoilers just yet. We'll do that in just a moment. But there are 2 points, especially one of them in Italy, that is just beyond absurd.
Yeah.
I also, you've worked in visual effects a hell of a lot longer than I have.
There were some rough visual effects.
It was made for TV bad.
Yeah.
And I don't mean HBO made for TV bad, because Game of Thrones looks fucking amazing compared to this. This was the plates were horrible, or the backgrounds.
Yeah, a lot of kind of real rough compositing.
Bad keying.
Yeah, some rough smoke effects that were real kind of like presets.
Yeah.
Like it felt like just kind of Maya presets or something. It's like, and generate smoke. Like there it goes in Houdini.
It was like a sci-fi original channel level of. I mean, there was not just, this doesn't spoil anything because it's in the trailer, but there's a battle right at the beginning on the White House lawn. Well, it's not a lawn anymore. Where they're killing the zombies. I really like that sequence.
But it doesn't stack up to the intro of the first one.
Oh God, no.
The first one with it does the same thing where they're like falling through the opening title names and stuff, and they're breaking apart. And but it just didn't execute as well as it did in the first movie, with the montage of people running from zombies and like the slow motion of like blood splatter and thing. It worked so much better in the first one. This one was like, well, we need to have that again, but we're also going to just do it in this one scene, and it didn't work as well for me.
It's frustrating because Zombieland, I think, was really great for its time, but then you have movies like The Kingsman, which had great visual effects, some really great fight scenes, with some really interesting one-taker photography. Sure. That looks astounding, especially when compared to Zombieland 2.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Let's jump into spoilers right now.
Yeah,
I think to summarize our initial thoughts is fun movie.
Fun movie.
It'd be great if on Netflix.
Yeah, you could rent this one.
There's no reason to go see it in the movies this week. And go see Maleficent. Actually, I haven't seen that. I don't know if it's any good.
I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I'm not either. We'll see it this weekend.
Yeah, we'll see.
Jojo Rabbit also comes out this weekend.
Yeah, but not here for some reason.
It's got to be playing somewhere here.
I've been looking. I think we have to wait a little while to get it
shit.
here.
If given the opportunity to see Zombieland Double Tap or Jojo Rabbit, I haven't even seen Jojo Rabbit, but go fucking see Jojo Rabbit. So there was a hard cut there. We got interrupted by our director, editor, and just all around most sarcastic person I know, because she was upset that we compared this to Kingsman, and saying that it's unfair because Kingsman had a $94 million budget, whereas Zombieland 2 had a $48 million budget. I contest and for the sole reason of, if you can't pull it off, then you don't do it. Like, if you can't pull off an effect, you shouldn't even try. You should find a creative solution around it. Like Robert Rodriguez, he didn't have a big budget, so he found creative ways around it.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a massive budget to do these visual effects, then why is every shot a green screen?
The lesson to take away from here is, if you only have $42 million or something of that ballpark, don't try to drop the Leaning Tower of Pisa onto people.
My God, that looked bad. That is, when I say it jumped the shark, that would be like the Fonz jumping the shark on a jet ski.
Especially since, like,
through a Sharknado. while shooting an AK-47 and holding an American flag.
And the whole bit was meant to be for like the zombie kill of the year or whatever, because they had to escalate off a zombie kill of the week,
Which was kind of
the
fun.
previous movie, which was fun. But I felt like they could have been clever with it, because in the first movie it was like, oh, zombie kill of the week went to someone dropping like a piano.
It was
on someone.
cartoonish.
It was a little
kind
bit
of fun.
whatever. And
Then it was a farmer with his like
and that was
field-
fun. Like he like hay bales a zombie. They could
was
have done
fun.
other things that were just like
But a
creative.
dude used a jack for a car to knock over the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
It was ridiculous in concept and execution.
It was just so bad looking. It looked like someone who just graduated art school made.
Yeah, I would have expected like on a lower budget thing, you could have easily done a like ridiculous like Rube Goldberg machine setup to kill off.
You
a
know
zombie.
what? In the
That would
comments,
have been-
please tell us what is the best zombie kill, like the zombie kill of the year that is better than knocking over the goddamn Leaning Tower of Pisa. And it was done so poorly. Like, I don't mean just like the visual effects, but it was just stupid.
Yeah,
It was just I leaned over to Bree and I was like, they just jumped the shark here.
Yeah.
And like it was bad. It was so fucking bad.
the joke just wasn't executed well.
No.
Timing was weird.
It was so out of place
it
because
just didn't look good.
despite the bad effects, jokes generally landed in this movie.
Yeah. So that aside,
Yes. So, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry about the tirade, but you know what? Look at Blumhouse movies. They only cost a couple million, and they pull off their visual effects because they don't try and do more than they can.
yeah, it's a cautionary tale.
It is a cautionary tale. By only a $40 million budget, anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, we saw it.
Yeah. All right. That aside,
So aside from the bad visual effects, jumping the shark a couple times, I still enjoyed it quite a lot. I still think it's a fun movie. I particularly liked the blonde edition.
oh, absolutely.
She was fun.
She was fun. There was a pretty good bit, we're into spoilers now, where you think she's been infected with the zombie virus. Unfortunately, they kind of already ruined that joke by showing her later in parts of the movie in the trailers, so you know she's not
Yet
a zombie.
another example of trailers ruining movies.
Yes. So I kind of guessed that she had a nut allergy from just...
because you see her like...
She's sitting there like snacking on trail mix. I was like, I bet you anything she's allergic
Wait,
to
trail
almonds.
mix has nuts in it?
Yeah. And so she was definitely probably the funniest part of the movie, just from...
I contest that. You know what was worth the price of admission alone? Emma Stone's reaction to her.
oh, yeah.
I don't think the blonde would have worked nearly as well without, because Emma Stone has the best eyes in Hollywood for
Okay.
reactions.
Sure.
Best part of the movie was just her reaction, her sarcastic, resting bitch face. And I mean it as a compliment. Emma Stone is
She has great facial expression.
amazing, and she's a great actress. She has great comedic timing, and just those eyes are breathtakingly amazing.
Sure. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, distractingly good. VFX distractingly bad. Emma Stone's eyes distractingly good. It's like the scales of justice.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it's not?
No.
I thought if you put a lot of money on one side. Because obviously she ate up the whole budget for the movie, probably.
It could be. I don't know. I haven't looked into
I mean,
what
is
each actor
Jesse
paid.
Eisenberg, is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Is he doing anything anymore?
I mean, he was Lex Luthor.
Speaking of bad movies. I mean, this isn't a bad movie.
No.
That was.
That was a bad movie. But this movie's good. I really like Madison. She's the only one that has a real name and not the state that they're from. Or
You sure she's not from Madison? Was it Wisconsin?
Oh, could have been. Yeah.
Is it Wisconsin? Yeah, Madison, Wisconsin. It's one of those
Wisconsin.
cold places.
Yeah. I just assumed that was her actual name.
It could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
It could be. Could be.
But I looked on IMDb. She doesn't have a last name either.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
So, I mean,
But-
left ambiguous.
yeah, I really enjoyed her
How
character
did she say
a lot.
so tan? She had that, like, basic girl, like, fake tan. How do
Sure.
you get that when you're living in a refrigerator?
I'm sure she was just going to the tanning salon there at the mall when she's
Because
not
they all
in
still
the
have electricity.
electricity
I do
store.
like that they had a throwaway line about why.
Yeah, because as long as it keeps raining, the hydro dam.
And they said it like
produce
sarcastically,
electricity.
like, as long as it keeps raining, the hydro dams will keep producing electricity.
That was pretty good.
I did like the while it's like scientifically bonkers, I guess zombies are scientifically bonkers too, but the evolution of zombies. So now you have like the Homer, which was a fun running gag.
It was okay. I think it was because they couldn't retread the idea of the rules. We've already seen the rules from the first movie. They needed some other, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Some other sort of facet for Jesse Eisenberg to narrate to the audience.
Sure.
And so they did it
Well,
by
you have to
going
up the ante a little bit. Like, because right now they're living in Zombieland for 10 years. And if you're not dead, you've probably got pretty good at killing zombies. Or you've been living in a fridge. In Perfectly Pink, Victoria's Secret. I don't know if they're Victoria's Secret. They look like it.
There was a lot of good stuff. Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what do you think about? Yeah, she's fantastic. Is there anything that she's been in that isn't fantastic, or she isn't fantastic in?
Okay, she's fantastic in everything. I was gonna say Clerks 2 is okay.
Well, it is what it is. I really liked. Owen Wilson's brother. I just went blank on his name. Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson and
Dude
what's his
from,
name from
Silicon Valley.
Middleton.
Yeah, Albuquerque and Flagstaff. That's it. They were awesome. They were fun.
They were fantastic. Especially because they mirrored Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson's characters, but then were like kind of a better version of those two.
They're complimentary. I do hate that they gave that away in the trailer, though.
They did. Yeah, that'd have been a great.
If you had no idea going in, that would have been fantastic. Hey, Hollywood, stop with the trailers. Like, if you're gonna see Zombieland 2, you were already bought in when you knew they were making it. You were making it. So stop ruining movies. Let's just. I think we've talked this thing to death.
It's good. It's not amazing. There's stuff I do really enjoy about it. The jokes that are in it don't always land, but more often than not, they're pretty good.
It's a perfect movie to watch in your living room, drinking booze, eating pizza with your friends.
Yeah, not something you have to rush out to see this weekend. There's been a slew of good movies coming out recently, and some coming up. So
I mean, work on your Halloween costume instead of go see this movie. That if you were asking my advice, work on a great Halloween costume like a zombie, then go see this movie when it comes out on digital or DVD if you still do such things.
Yeah, you rent it somewhere, I'm sure.
Are there still rental houses?
Yeah, I mean, you can rent like
there's
on
still
Amazon or whatever. You can rent.
That's true. That's true. Whatever. So, what did you think of the Basil Haydens?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, not the most complex flavor that we've had, but it's real smooth.
Super sippable.
Yeah. It's just a good kind of kicking back sipping whiskey.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great whiskey to sip without anything in it while watching a movie. This will get drunk.
Yeah.
While
that will happen. If
yes. I didn't mean for that pun. But yeah, so if you liked what you saw, please hit subscribe. It really, we really do appreciate it. If there's a bourbon or whiskey of any kind that you think we should try, please comment in the comments below, because we love taking suggestions. Just no garbage whiskey. We don't want to spend $12 on a piece of shit whiskey.
Also, on the other end of that spectrum, we don't have the money to buy the $1,000 bottle of whiskey.
Well, okay, I frame this differently. We understand that not all our viewers are have well-endowed bank accounts, and so we try and keep at Whiskey Movie Club the whiskeys under $50 for your benefit, so you can afford to try all the delicious whiskeys.
Good. You can try it as well.
I work in marketing. You work in visual effects. That's the difference right there. Yeah. We too poor to buy good whiskey. We're doing it for you. So, Basil Hayden's, pick it up. It's pretty good. I think most bars stock this. I already said hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe. We like it.
Comments. Tell people.
Yeah, tell us. Sure. We're fun. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
And check us out on social media. The links are below. But Travis, where can people find you?
At Captain Frucci.
You can find me at Real Jason Miller. And until next time, cheers.
I've finished mine again.
Would you like me to? You want another pour before?
No.
Here, just drink it from the bottle.
All right.
No, don't be a fucking animal. Pour the goddamn thing.
The cap's on too hard.
No, this, seriously, Basil Hayden's, this is absurd. I feel like I'm going to need to take this down to the garage and put it in my vise just to open your fucking... Just cut.
It's all right. We're all good.
Until next time, cheers. they already know you didn't have anything in that glass.
There's a little drop left.